it was announced that WWE is no longer just putting talent into the Hall of Fame. Now they're memorializing moments. The first moment is the WrestleMania 13 matchup between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart. It went down in March of 1997. And now the Friday night before WrestleMania, when Lex Luger takes his place in the rightful deserving halls of the WWE Hall of Fame. They'll also add this match as the very first match. What do you think of the decision to put matches into the WWE Hall of Fame, Eric?
Yeah, before I give you a take on that, I want to shout out to Dennis Law, who is watching us here on 83weeks.com, all the way from Scotland. I love Scotland. I had the best time, really, of my adult life in Scotland. Really enjoyed it there. Anyway, look, let's be transparent here. You and I we did a watch along of this morning, and I admitted that this morning was the first time I'd ever seen that match. I was a little busy back in 1997. Really wasn't too interested in watching other people's product, even if I did have the time, which I normally didn't. But having seen it this morning for the very first time, bravo, what a choice. And I think I commented, if I didn't, I should have. It was early this morning, and I was in a pissed off mood because my stuff wasn't working. Technology just drives me crazy. But one of the things that I think we talked about, that I was excited about at least, is the fact that this match that they chose, as you pointed out, no title, no real stakes. A lot of other things. I won't give it all away because people should really tune in and listen to our breakdown because it's really interesting, especially your contributions because you knew so much more about it. But I think it's so cool that the very first match wasn't a title match. There wasn't any real stakes. And what made up for that is the quality of the match. It was a clinic of the type of wrestling that I miss. Frankly, it was a perfect illustration of what I think is missing and could still be. And you do see it from time to time in different organizations, but man, the storytelling in the ring and the timing and the execution, the selling, both guys, they just sold the art. The selling was pure art. You know, people talk about selling all the time and how important it is to sell properly in order to connect to the audience. You have to create that empathetic response in the audience. They have to feel for you. And that is really hard. That is really hard. It's just as hard for a wrestler to achieve that connection as I imagine it would be for an actor or an actress on Broadway when you've got a live event. It's really hard. It's a skill. And that match, I think, demonstrated the epitome of that particular skill set. It was fascinating to watch, really was.
We did a watch along here for 83weeks.com, and we will be posting that the week of WrestleMania. You don't want to miss it. I draw some parallels and some conclusions that I don't think people have really made before in the wrestling space. And you get Eric's live reaction to the match, the story, the double turn, and he makes comparisons to WCW. Check that out. The first time ever, Eric watches that match later this month at 83weeks.com. It's totally free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications bell. And of course, we're doing all of this because WrestleMania is right around the corner. And of course, one of the things that everyone's talking about this year with WrestleMania, specifically today, is the report that Kevin Owens may be injured. And that Kevin Owens might actually miss WrestleMania. I should reveal that I have absolutely no inside information. I've spoken to no one involved. I've texted no one involved or no one who might know. So we're just going off of reports that we've seen online. But
you should start a dirt sheet. That's what everybody else does.
Well, there's whispers, Eric, that he may actually require surgery. Ooh. So this isn't something where he could like rub some dirt on it and gut it through WrestleMania, like we saw Seth Rollins do. And I think when people are talking about Cody finishing the story, over the last year, we have sort of lost our roses and flowers for Seth Rollins. My man wrestled not once that weekend, but twice, and on one freaking leg. So shout out to Seth Rollins for gutting it out last year. But people are wondering, can Kevin Owens even be afforded the opportunity to do that if he does have to have surgery? If that's real and he's this close to WrestleMania and the rug gets pulled out from under him, man, you feel bad for Kevin and his opponent, right?
I feel really, Kevin is one of the nicest people, man. He is the salt of the earth, as they say. He really is a good dude. And this has to be devastating for him. I mean, the business has never been at a higher apex than it is right now. All eyes are on WrestleMania around the world, Netflix. I mean, just everything that's going on. And then to potentially have the rug pulled out from you this close, you're weeks away. What are we, 10 days, 2 weeks away? Come on, that's got to be painful.
I feel really bad for Kevin, but I also feel bad for Randy Orton. And I know the story is about Kevin Owens, and certainly we don't know what's going on there. We hope that it's all just speculation, that he's fine, and it's all just story. But if he does have to miss WrestleMania, I know that'll be disappointing. But my heart goes out to a guy like Randy Orton, who we know missed a boatload of time. And when he plans to come back and make his big return to WWE, oh, by the way, CM Punk is returning the same night. And now with a little bit of time, we're getting ready to tell a big WrestleMania story and have a big WrestleMania moment for him. And maybe his opponent gets sidelined. Like, I feel bad because it feels like since Randy Orton's come back, he hasn't really had a lot to sink his teeth into. I think a lot of us expected maybe he would have had the story with Cody Rhodes, and maybe we'll get there, but I don't know. I'm disappointed thinking about both Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. If Kevin's out with surgery, where does that leave Randy? That's got to be frustrating, right?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, Randy and Kevin is one of the matches that I would look forward to the most. I just love watching Randy's work, and I was really excited when I heard that it was going to be him and Kevin, because Kevin is amazing as well. You put those two guys together, wow. So I hope, hopefully it's a rumor. Hopefully it's not as bad as it is reported to be, rumored to be. Let's just hope. That's all we can do, man. But yeah, disappointing. You got to think. Now, I don't know Randy well enough to try to read into what he might be thinking, but I know what I would be thinking if I was Randy Orton coming in, as you just described, under those circumstances. Man, this could be his last WrestleMania. He could have 3 or 4 more under his belt. I mean, he's that good and in that great a shape. But he's been doing this a long time, and he's had to deal with some pretty significant injuries. And anytime you've got injuries on your resume like he has, any given match could be your last match. But add to that, 20, 25 years of bouncing around in the ring and being at the top of this industry, it's, he's getting close to the end of his career at some point, and hopefully it's not forced upon him in a situation like this.